Japan will play for the championship.
That's the sound of the game last night. Japan beats Mexico 6-5. Oh my goodness, in dramatic fashion, which means tonight, USA versus Japan. I believe for all the marbles, if I'm not mistaken. This is it. The World Baseball Classic. It's a lot of fun, huh? And the USA advancing a couple days ago, beating Cuba 14-2 after putting up 9 runs on Venezuela. Beating Colombia 3-2. Pounded Canada 12-1 after losing to Mexico 11-5. Japan, they've won their last 5, beating Mexico 6-5 last night. They beat Italy 9-3, Australia 7-1. I can't believe the Czech even play baseball, but they beat them 10-2, and Korea 13-4. Have you guys been entertained by the World Baseball Classic? I do think it's kind of fun that Shohei Ohtani gets to play some meaningful baseball. That's kind of exciting, right? Exciting for him, at least.
Yeah, where's your boys at?
Which ones?
I don't see your Puerto Rico, your Dominican Republic. It's USA, Japan for the final.
Yeah, really, that was sad right there. That was tough.
I like the World Baseball Classic, and I am happy that it's run how it is ran, with the different sections, these 4, the pools go to this place, and then we all meet at the end. But it also doesn't really create any intimacy with the tournament. The World Cup, they're all there. They're in the stands before the games watching, stuff like that. You don't have that with the World Baseball Classic. Some teams, I don't exactly know what the pools were, but, some teams are coming from Europe and they're playing in Arizona versus, when everybody is in, say a 4-stadium section in one town. Obviously you can't do that with base. You can't just pop up 4 baseball stadiums,
but they could have done, they could have done it World Cup style, where, maybe Houston was the final site, but you played in Phoenix, you played in LA. There's stadiums. You played at the Texas Rangers, the Houston Astros, the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the LA Dodgers all played host to the WBC. And you could have put them in, they could have put their pool play into pods like that. That would have been kind of cool.
I think it's awesome. I wish, who was it? Was it Max Scherzer perhaps was saying maybe do it in the middle of the season? Just, it doesn't seem like there's that much hype until near the end of the pool play, the deciding game of the pool play. Then everybody's like, ooh, let's watch. It's not like, people are watching the first game at 6 a.m. or whatever on a Monday.
I mean, we were.
We did, but nobody else.
We were watching Japan, Korea at 6 a.m. on
Right,
FS2.
so could you do it mid-season? Because then you go back to what took place with the Mets closer. Now his name is skipping my mind. Edwin Diaz. Sugar. Then you look at it from that perspective, and it's like, okay, so is this something that we want to do? Is every general manager in Major League Baseball, throughout the course of this tournament, watching closely while holding their breath and pulling their hair out? Because there's no Major League Baseball benefit to this. It doesn't carry the same weight as the World Cup. Like if you were if your team won the WBC, I don't know if you make the Baseball Hall of Fame that they list your WBC accomplishments on your plaque. You know what I mean? It's not. I think
not yet.
Every league is looking for.
It's a growing tournament, so next 30 years, those things might start popping up.
Maybe, but I think everybody's looking for, trying to do something more, trying to do something else. And look, this worked. If Edwin Diaz had to sacrifice his knee so that, the Japanese team, they had a 9-3 win in the quarterfinal over Italy in Tokyo. It was reportedly watched by 48% of all Japanese households, which is a higher number than what the Super Bowl drew in the U.S. this year for Fox. That's what we're looking at right now. We are looking at TV ratings in Japan higher than the Super Bowl to watch a quarterfinal game. So we can tab this as a meaningless exhibition, but as long as there are eyeballs on the screen, they are going to continue to pump this all over the place.
Right.
They're going to want all of that.
And it's hitting all the other countries except the U.S. just because we have March Madness going on right now. Like, we're not in baseball mode yet as a sports fan. So your diehard fans will watch it. Dan and I have been tuning into games. I've been trying to turn it on some sort of screen at night because the USA's been playing at 7 o'clock or 10 o'clock. And for what Dan said of like, oh, do we play in the season? Nolan Arenado brought it up too. He goes, we could try, but it's like we're going to run into an issue no matter where we schedule it. Do we try to take 2 weeks off in the middle of a season? Like right now we're all doing spring training. Like, are we really ready for this high intensity tournament? Like, there's no great time to play this.
That's right. That's absolutely
like, it's just
right.
hard. It's just hard, and we just got to do it. So whenever it's scheduled, like, we'll play, and that's the only thing that's going to be hard to schedule this. It's at the position players. It's the pitchers. Because look who's starting for the U.S. tonight. Merrill Kelly.
Gas.
Yeah. Do you have any idea who Merrill Kelly is, Anthony?
I know who Merrill Hodge is.
Right. I know who Merrill Kelly is because I'm a sicko.
I knew Merrill was the name of the guy that Joaquin Phoenix played in the movie Signs.
Yeah.
Swing away, Merrill.
There we go.
Wow. Good.
I was about to
Good
say,
memory there.
killing some aliens with some bats.
Hey, I leave water all over my house too. You never know when an alien's gonna attack, and they don't like water. So it's just it's a great film, by the way.
Sugar
Great
water.
film. Sugar. Oh, that's
Men in Black.
Men in Black. Water.
Boom.
Sugar. Any other alien movies you need to reference right now?
Sigourney Weaver.
Ooh, the Alien. Great. Prometheus. Did you guys see Prometheus?
Prometheus and Bob?
No. The actual film Prometheus.
No.
It is dude. You got to look that up on Netflix. There's a homework
Look
assignment.
up Prometheus and Bob for me.
I might.
No,
but,
don't. It's an old Nickelodeon cartoon short where
Oh,
an alien traveled back in time and made friends with a caveman named Bob.
gotcha. Prometheus, the film, is how the alien came about. The alien from Sigourney Weaver's film Alien. Really incredibly well done. Like it's one of those you get to the end of it and you're like, wow. You know what I mean? It's just the graphics, the visuals, incredible. All right, so back to aliens out here on the baseball diamond. 61% of televisions in Puerto Rico were tuned in to the World Baseball Classic game, this was like the Super Bowl rivalry here between the PR and the DR. 61%. And of course, the guys like meaningless, my bleep, and okay. All right. First round attendance, over 1 million, up 98% from the previous record. USA versus Mexico was the most attended first round game ever. I'm not going to go the Ben Verlander route and say that the World Baseball Classic is officially one of the world's biggest tournaments, but they're putting the numbers out there. Pool D was in Miami at Lone Depot Park, set a record for the most attended World Baseball Classic round ever in the United States. They drew just shy of 300,000 people.
Smart for what they did for that Miami pool, because it was Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic.
They thought that out. That was good.
They were smart. They're not dumb. And Ben Verlander might be right. It could be one of the biggest world tournaments. Granted, it's not going to touch the World Cup, but when you think of, okay, what's the second biggest world tournament? Who else is putting numbers up like that?
Oh, do you want to know?
I do want to know.
You're not going to believe me when I say it.
The rugby?
No.
Rugby sevens?
Cricket.
Okay, that makes sense too.
Cricket.
I'll believe you on that.
Is that not crazy? If you have India and Pakistan, I was telling Coach Barlow this. If you have India and Pakistan playing cricket, dude, those folks will watch the absolute hell out. You're talking billions of viewers.
Yeah, you just got to understand what a crumpet is to understand cricket.
I don't. Is that a Ninja Turtles reference?
Yes.
Oh man, we're all over the map today, but I love it. Is it meaningless? I don't think that it is. Like, I don't know if the guys like to play in it. I mean, we definitely need to see
the
our
players.
best.
The players love it. I mean, the thing made its rounds to the Puerto Rico team, Dominican Republic team. They're like, this is everything we wanted to do. And Randy Arozarena playing for Mexico. Like, I read his story on what it means for him to play for Mexico. He is from Cuba. His first month playing professional baseball, he made $4 a month. Then made $38 a month and was the moneymaker in his family. Got signed to a league in Mexico, defected from Cuba, and because of that, he was able to sign in the major leagues. Now all his family lives in Mexico.
Did you see that sick-ass catch he made last
Yeah.
night?
But
Anthony, go back and watch the catch.
But like,
I saw it.
But like, to hear him talk about what it meant, because he had to plead to the president of Mexico to grant him citizenship to play for Mexico. For what it means for him to play for that country, like, it means a lot to these players.
For the record, Arozarena is just 28 years old. He was born in 1995. And you said what, $38 a day as the money man in Cuba? 38 a month. I'm sorry.
38 a month, and he was making more than his mother.
$38 a month. This is where we don't understand at all how good we have it here. We don't get it. Collectively as a society, we can't understand why the Wi-Fi doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like, we have no idea what hardship looks like to the rest of the world. We don't know, like, we don't have dirt floors with sheet metal roofs. Where do you see that at? You might be like, well, we have homeless people. Are you homeless? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, when you see poverty at that level, to where $38 a month. We got in this conversation with this guy a few years back when we were in the Dominican. He was working at the resort. And, you know, even if you're going to an all-inclusive, carry small bills on you. Tip people. What's $5 to you? $5 to you means nothing. You can now tell, put it in perspective. This guy made $38 a month. If you tip somebody $5, especially if you do it on day one, you're going to have by far the best service of your life. Like, whoever your waiter is for breakfast, he will look for you every day. He will save you a table. If you need hangover soup, he will bring it to you. It's not even on the menu. Don't worry, they make it in the back. Like, you are going to get, because they realize, they know, like, okay, this person, like, yes, these people that came here to enjoy our country, to visit this resort, that once we clock out, we got to get on a bus and get the hell out of here. Like, that's just that's the reality of the situation. $38 a month, right? And we're dealing right now with people that don't want to work. Like, I've tried to come up. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to have to go international to find some employees. People just don't want to work. Then they get there and they want to get paid for showing up. Like, you haven't. What have you done besides the bare minimum of just show up? You're on the schedule. Congratulations. You made it here. Now what are you doing? Like, does the boss have to walk around and tell you what to do every second of the day? Like, If you got time to lean, you got time to clean. Jeez Louise. You know, the other interesting thing that I've noticed, where are all the young men at? Where are they? Are they all busy playing sports right now? It seems to be like the common, like, oh, I have, this practice, that practice. It seems like sports are the big. You're not going pro, and you're going to learn way more about life punching that time clock than you are screwing around doing whatever the hell else. Like, I don't know, man. I am flabbergasted at the fact that it's only the young women that want to work. Where are all the young men at? What are they doing? If you got some, send them my way.
They're playing you on Call of Duty.
Apparently so. Bunch of nerds. Anyways, Randy Rosary, great story. Defected, got to play for Mexico. Cuba's in this tournament, by the way. How do you think those players feel? If you're Cuban, you're playing these guys, and you're watching Francisco Lindor, for example, born on an island just a little bit east, so a little bit smaller island, and this dude's walking, running the bases with a 12-pound gold chain bouncing off his chest. Like, how do you think? Like, what do you think how that makes them feel? Knowing that, dude, they're on the world stage right now. All I got to do is have a good tournament, and that could change my life. You imagine that pressure? I mean, the Tigers signed a closer from Nicaragua, a 21-year-old, because he struck out the side. Got him on a minor league deal. That's going to change his life.
So he struck out 3 big leaguers.
That's it. One good inning.
Hey,
half inning.
It's like, hey, our guys couldn't do that. Sign them up.
So are you available next week? What
are your plans March 30th?
What do we need for visas?
You want to stay in Florida?
Who you want to bring with you? Like, how else what else do we need to put in this contract? It's like when Fedorov first came over. He wanted the Corvette, and he wanted to live in that tower on the Detroit River right there by the Joe. Like, yeah, Corvette and a penthouse. Sure. Anything else? Piece of cake. We got that. Well, congratulations to all the folks, and really good to see Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout finally play for something. So for those two guys right there,
this will go in their Hall of Fame career.
It absolutely should. See, like,
it's going to be the only championship they'll play for.
Oh, my goodness. Who wins tonight? USA?
Yeah, USA looking for back-to-back WBC titles.
World Baseball Classic. And that's why, GMs just kind of hold on. Maybe there's a better place to put it. I don't know, but it's a pretty good start. Pretty good opener. Pretty good appetizer for the upcoming 2023 MLB season.